how you doing? This is TV and school. Вивчаємо з тобою ми англійську. How are you? Що скажеш, коли ти зустрінеш якогось іноземця? So, let's speak English. Англійська мова Шекспіра та нью-йоркських таксистів. Англійська стане у нагоді вам, бойс і дівчиська.
Okay, guys. So, welcome back. And let's have fun with English today. So, we continue talking about the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Let's go deeper into this country. Today, we're going to discuss the political system of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. But, of course, before that, you need the new vocabulary. So, take a look. The task is nearly the same. You have to match the vocabulary to the definitions. And I ask you to add 8 more words to your Quizlets. So, the first word is an election. Then comes the government, a politician, the prime minister, the turnout, a political party, the majority, and apathy. You see, you know most of these words because they are international and they sound pretty much the same in our language. So, take a look, please. The group of people who officially control a country. Which would you choose? And it is the government. They control the country. They run the country. Or they rule the country. The government. Then comes member of government or of another political party. How do we call these people who are members of the government or of other political parties? And we call them politicians. A politician. Nearly the same word in Ukrainian. Okay, the next one. The leader of the government. And it is the prime minister. Again, nearly the same pronunciation in Ukrainian. Okay? The next word, behavior that shows no interest in something. And the word is apathy. When you are not interested and you don't want to do anything, you feel apathy. Okay, the next word. When people vote to choose people to represent them in political jobs. So this process is called an election. We have elections every 4 or 5 years. And that is the process when we go and vote. Okay, the next one. The number of people who vote in an election or attend an event. It means the number of people who come to an event or to the election. And there are other people who count those who come to the event. And it is called the turnout. They turn out the amount of people who come to an election or an event. Okay, the next one. An organization of people with similar political beliefs and ideas. If somebody shares my beliefs or ideas, we can organize a political party. Okay, guys, you're ready to do the next reading task. And let's make it the way we have to do it during our external exams. If I were on my external exams, first I would take a look at the task. And here we've got true or false. Before reading the text, I would make predictions. I would look through all the sentences I have and I would think what I know about these issues. Can I guess? Then I'll be very attentive while reading the text and I will be looking directly into the information I need. So let's look through the sentences. There are only 2 political parties in the UK. I don't know. My prediction is that this statement is true. So in the text, I'll be looking directly into the number of the political parties. Then, a political party needs an overall majority to form a government. Maybe yes. And my background tells me that probably this statement is true. So, number 3, a coalition government is made up of two parties sharing power. Coalition government, in Ukrainian we have nearly the same word, coalition. So, two parties sharing power. Do you remember the verb share? Okay, it means to divide the power between two parties. Then comes, you have to be 17 or over to vote in a general election in the UK. Well, I know about elections in Ukraine, and I know that I have to be over 18 to be able to vote. So let's see if it's true for the UK or not. So then comes, less than half of 18 to 24-year-olds voted in the 2015 election. Take a look, a very nice life hack. Sometimes in your questions, in the tasks, there may be hints to the other questions. Take a look. Here it says 18 to 24-year-olds. So, isn't that a hint to this question? Maybe yes. Then, there is a general election every 3 years in the UK. Every 3 years? So I have to take a closer look. How often do they have elections in the United Kingdom? Now, look through once again all the statements that you have to mark true or false and get ready for the reading task. Okay guys, let's read. Leaders and parties. The Prime Minister is the head of government in Britain, and the Queen or King is the head of state. British people vote in elections for members of Parliament, MPs, to represent them. There are lots of political parties in the UK, but the big three are the Labour Party, the main left-wing party, the Liberal Democrats, the main centre party, and the Conservatives, the main right-wing party. There are also parties representing different parts of the UK, such as the Scottish National Party and Plaid Cymru in Wales. Okay. Voting. The UK voting system operates on a majority vote system. The political party that wins the most votes wins the election. For a political party in the UK to form a government, they need an overall majority. This means that the ruling party needs to have more members of parliament than all the other parties put together. If the winning party does not have an overall majority, then there is a hung parliament. Coalition government. What often happens in the case of a hung parliament is that one large party will join up with a smaller party to form a coalition. By doing this, they exclude the main opposition and still have power, although it is now shared between the two coalition parties. Young people and politics. All British citizens over the age of 18 can vote in general elections. Some people think that young people in Britain are apathetic and don't care about politics. About 43% of 18 to 24-year-olds voted in the 2015 general election. The overall turnout is usually around 65% of the population. General elections are held approximately every 5 years. Will more young people decide to vote in the next election? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so we read the whole text, and now we have to choose whether the statements are true or false. So here comes the first statement. There are only 2 political parties in the UK. And what do you remember? Yes, there are more than 2 political parties, at least 3, and there were 2 more with one with a very interesting name. So, take a look at the sentence. There are lots of political parties in the UK, but the big 3 are the Labour Party, the main left-wing party, the Liberal Democrats, the main Centre Party, and the Conservatives, the main right-wing party. Okay, so here we've got 3 and some more minor. Okay, and the statement is false. It is marked red. Okay, the next one. A political party needs an overall majority to form a government. So, this statement is true. It is marked green. And the proof sentence from the text tells us for a political party in the UK to form a government, they need an overall majority. Here, you can see that this question is very easy because in the text, they used nearly the same structure of the sentence. So it is the direct information. They do not use synonyms in here, or they do not say the sentence in the other way. Okay, let's move further. So, a coalition government is made up of 2 parties sharing power. And this statement is true. Again, marked green. And the sentence in the text says, what often happens in the case of a hung parliament is that one large party will join up with a smaller party to form a coalition. Here in the task we have the other words, and it is said a coalition government is made up of 2 parties sharing power, and here they use these synonyms. So will join up with a smaller party to form a coalition. So sometimes you need to be aware of synonyms and to look for the synonyms in the text. Okay, the next one. You have to be 17 or over to vote in a general election in the UK. So the statement is false. All British citizens over the age of 18 can vote in general elections. And again, they used the other construction of the sentence. They used the modal verb can and vote together, and here they use the other modal verb have to be. So again, watch out for the synonyms. The next one. Less than half of 18 to 24-year-olds voted in the 2015 elections. So, and the statement is true. About 43% of 18 to 24-year-olds voted in the 2015 general election. And 43% is the synonym to less than half. Half means 50%. And here we've got only 43%. Okay? So, and the last one. There is a general election every 3 years in the UK. So, a very easy one. And it is false because general elections are held approximately every 5 years. Again, here are the synonyms. And it is said in the question that there is a general election, and here general elections are held. The other structure of the sentence, but they are synonyms. Okay, so let's move on. And I want you to discuss a little bit and share with me your ideas. And here are the questions. I'd like to listen to your opinions on them. So you can, again, text me or you can send a voice message. And I'm really interested in your ideas on, are you interested in politics? And would you like to be a politician? And what issues, what topics are important in our country today? it's very important to listen to the young ones, because you are the ones who will live in this country and who will have to build this country. And the last question, do you think everybody should vote? Or there shouldn't be some categories of people who should be allowed to vote? So feel free to express your ideas. Let's have a small talk on that and discuss these questions with your group mates, classmates, parents, and friends. Okay. So maybe you already know what will happen next. The Brits are fond of their traditions. So let's stick to our traditions and again, 5 o'clock grammar tea. And I want to start our 5 o'clock grammar tea checking your home task. So you had a long list of sentences to open the brackets, and I hope that you did them correctly. So would you please take a look, and here are the answers. So as soon as it had started to rain, she took her umbrella. Then he played cards after he had done his homework. Before she thanked me, she had taken my present. So first she had taken the present and then she thanked him, and that's really polite. We saw the robbers after they had left the bank. So first the robbers had left the bank and then we saw them. And he combed his hair after he had brushed his teeth. So first he had brushed the teeth, the first action, and then he combed his hair. Then comes, before we went out, we had put on our new shoes. Yeah, so put on your shoes first and then go out. They went swimming after it had stopped raining. So wait for the rain to stop and then go swimming. When we arrived there, the ceremony had already started. So we were late for the ceremony. They had already started it, and we had to come like silently into it. Then, number 12. Father started to wash the car after mother had gone out. So it means that he waited until the mother had gone out and then only he started washing his car. Then, after she had got her new dress, she showed it to her parents. It's very nice when your parents accept your choice. So she first bought it and then she showed it. Then number 14, he fell from the balcony after he had taken away the railing. Oh, that's sad. So the first thing he did, he had taken away the railing and then he fell from the balcony. And the last one, he ate the cake after he had asked. So first he had asked. Okay, guys, that was your home task. Now I want you to combine your knowledge of 3 tenses. And let's see. We've got past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. All 3 tenses in one. Once again, please recollect past simple, a single action in the past. And the words that show you that it is the past simple are usually ago, last, or yesterday. Then, past continuous, a long action in the past. And sometimes it can be interrupted with the past simple. And the last one is past perfect. So the past perfect, when we have 2 actions in the past and one happened before the other action again in the past. So the formation, past simple is the second form of the verb. If it's regular, add the ending, ed. If it's irregular, consult the table if you don't know. Then past continuous, was, were, plus ing form, was going, were reading. And past perfect, had, plus the third form. Again, if you don't know, consult the table of irregular verbs, or it is the ending ed for the regular ones. So let's take a look at this longer situation. When they sleep, thieves break in and steal their paintings. A very, very bad situation. So what do we have here? We have here a longer action, and it is the first one. And then we have two actions that interrupted the longer one. Think a bit, and then I'll show you the answer. Okay? So here comes the answer. When they were sleeping, thieves broke in and stole their paintings. Okay? Did you do it correctly? I hope you did. So let's go to the next one. After he repaired his bike, he drove to his grandparents. Could he drive on a broken bike? No. So here we have two actions. One happened after the other. So which one is the first one? Of course, he had to repair the bike. So he, had repaired his bike, and then he drove to his grandparents. Check the answer, please. After he had repaired his bike, he drove to his grandparents. Okay. One more. Again, before she have dinner, she worked in the garden. Again, we've got two actions and one happened before the other. So what happened first? She worked in the garden. That is the first action. And what happened then? She had dinner. Think, open the brackets, and then check the answer. Okay. Here it comes. Before she had dinner, she had worked in the garden. Okay, one more. I see him yesterday in front of the cinema. So a very easy one. You've got here yesterday. And if it's yesterday, that's definitely past simple. So you need to put this see into the second form. So, and it is, I saw him yesterday in front of the cinema. Okay, the next one. When they listen to music, they hear a loud noise. So they were in the process of listening when they heard a loud noise. And so open the brackets. And would you please check the answer you've got? So when they were listening to music, they heard a loud noise. This loud noise interrupted a longer action. Okay, then comes, he not visit me before he fly to Greece. Okay, here we have this hint, before. Again, if we have two actions and we've got this before, it means that we have to put one into the past perfect. So which action happened first? The person didn't come to visit me, and then he flew to Greece. So we have to put this action into past perfect. And open the brackets, and you'll see the answers. Okay. He had not visited me before he flew to Greece. Of course, you can use the short form like hadn't. Okay, the next one. My sister heard a loud cry from outside and rushed out. My sister heard something and did something. So these are two actions happening in a row, like in a tale, like in a story. So what would you choose? Open, and then you'll see the correct answer to check your prediction. Okay? So my sister heard a loud cry from outside and rushed out. Okay, guys, So you worked really great today. And we covered a very important and difficult topic, the political system of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. I asked you to discuss several questions with your parents or your classmates or with me. But before doing this very serious task, I want you to have fun. So, would you please follow this link and solve the crossword online? You're able to do it anytime you have, and feel free to ask for the hints. There will be some hints, and just have fun learning English. English is not only about grammar or reading huge text. It's also about some fun. And I want to remind you to discuss these questions. And again, I'd like to listen to your answers. So, again, are you interested in politics? Would you like to be a politician? What issues are important for Ukraine? And do you think everybody should vote? So, contact me and enjoy studying English. Stay tuned. See you next time.